Okay, so we're starting this week with the Mark game. Who's first? What are you having?
Gerbil.
Gerbil. Sam.
I'm sticking with it.
Gerbil.
He said it last session, but it wasn't for.
Okay.
Just me. He said it already, but it might be fresh in his head. Anteater.
Anteater.
Sticking with a similar theme, I'm going to go with Arachnid.
Arachnid.
Going with the spider story you just told.
I've a feeling tonight's going to be the night. Don't forget, don't celebrate. I keep forgetting. What did we say? Was it a magic item of some description?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Right. If I remember rightly, speaking of magic items, you've got one unidentified at the minute, haven't you? If you remember.
I have a note of that somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a crystal or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, like a sort of crystal
focus,
ball type. Yeah, like a globe type thing. Well, I'll carry on with the recap then. Mark will pick it up. So, war is here on Kryn, your little slice of Ansalon. You've managed to escape the village of Vogler and rescue pretty much all of the village. You have arrived in Kalaman. They're convinced they're on your side now, although you didn't make too good a show of yourselves in high society, shall we say? But you are lieutenants as a sort of special force for operating out of Kalaman. You've gone out, you've done a couple of missions for them now, and you're just on your second mission where you came across some a different type of draconian and the bars draconians that you fought before. And on the way back, further out, you came across a dragon army. Hello. You came across, just quick recap, Mark. You came across a dragon army soldier who seemed to be training some hobgoblins. You entered negotiations, which turned into hostile negotiations, and we rolled initiative. So you should have on your map tools the combat ready to go.
Why am I not bottom of initiative? That's the first.
I think you celebrated last week. You can do it again if you like, mate, because it's a rare thing.
I'm not last.
Well done, Mark. But first to react, as if I remember rightly, it was Kelevendros that said about that, drew his sword and started to run in, but Nordan's the first to react. What do you want to do, Sam?
Okay. So, I did have a plan. I just need to check my points. I tell you what, sorcerers are management nightmares, aren't they?
A little bit. All your sorcery points and everything else.
Yeah. Right. Let me just check. Perfect. Okay. So he's going to. Kel's running for it. He's going to cover his charge. So you've seen it before, but the difference is this time he puts both hands out, and you feel the air dry as the water gets sucked out of the air, and two ice knives appear in each hand, and he throws them. So basically, I'm twin spelling ice knife at first level.
Wicked.
So my first target will be centre chappy at the front. Second target will be centre chappy at the back row.
Wicked. So first one first, roll to hit.
$14.
That's gonna miss. That's gonna miss.
Hold fire. I've got a thing. I think I've got a thing, or I might be confusing characters.
What advantage?
It's not an advantage. There we go. Magic balance. When you make an attack roll or an ability check and roll a 9 or lower on a d20, you can balance fate and treat it as a 10. So that'd be a 17 to hit. I can do that twice a day.
17 still misses, mate.
Oh!
Yeah, so unfortunately, but it's only just missed. Because I don't want to think you've wasted it for no reason, so you know what their AC is now. Yeah, all right.
So obviously then, the second one for the hit at the back. Oh,
shall I do
it explodes, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. So I've got 3 saving throws at the front, I believe.
Yes.
Is it
Dex of 15.
Dex of 15? Okay. And it's okay. So 21, 12, 17. So the middle one fails.
Oh, that's all right then. He takes 2d6 cold damage.
Yep.
So that's 4 points of damage.
Oof, okay.
And
Still,
then
yeah,
to
yeah.
hit the back row.
Go for it.
Ugh, I'm not even going to spend the point.
No.
So,
Well, like I say, at least you know. So Dex
yeah,
saves
Dex save for the back 3.
6, 19, 6. So the middle one passes, so that the outside 2 take
right.
frost damage. Yeah.
So 2d6. That's better. 9 points
Nice.
of damage each.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a wicked first level spell, isn't it?
Well, obviously you can bump it up, but I want to.
Yeah, it costs more to twin spell if you do.
Yeah, monitor my bits and bobs as I go along.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't want to go
yeah.
all out on your first hit.
Any movements?
No, I'm going to hold my ground as I seem in a reasonably safe position behind everybody.
Okay, Arthas, you're up. So what you see as Kelevendros, and I'm assuming Arthas, launch forward to attack. The guy at the back, he's got next to him a case of javelins, and he starts to pull one out as he's got his shield raised, and he's going to cob them towards you. The back row are bowmen. They have longbows drawn and ready to shoot, and the front rank are swordsmen. So Arthas, you're up.
How far can I go again? 30.
I think so. Standard human 30.
There, I'm going to. Right, what have I got? What can I do? I should have been looking at that because I'm used to going last.
Too busy celebrating, Mark.
Yeah. Where's thingy? It's under spells, isn't it? That's obviously where it is. So I'm now going cast as a bonus action, which is amazing. I've just realised bonus action Shield of Faith on myself.
Mm-hmm. Right, so you're
So
concentrating on that. Yeah.
Consecrating indeed. And I will the one that's right in front of me. I'm gonna swing at him like a bastard.
Seems fair. Roll to hit.
And I'm going to use I'll use one of me two. I don't know if I used any of them. I'll just check. You know what I mean. The
Precision, fellow my lad.
precision fellow my lad. Exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah. So go on, Mark. Sorry.
I said one of me pets and on Hunter in Warcraft called fellow my lad. I'll be like, no, where is it? Heavy armor, precise strike, isn't it? It's called.
Yes.
So it's got a thing. You see how many times I've used it. Fighting self-visions. Second wind. Racial traits. No feats. It's under feats. Under the thing you can.
Has it been that long since we
Precision
played?
strike. Sorry, it took so long. No, I haven't used it yet, so I'll use it now. So I roll with advantage.
Okay.
Now I've got to go back to my attack thing. Actually, I wouldn't be able to. I'd have had to hang on, because I cast a spell, so I'd have had to just draw my weapon as the other action.
No, you're fine, Mark. You're fine.
Oh, okay. So dice, longsword. Here we go. That's only once. Just as well, I've got advantage. No, missed completely.
Yeah, unfortunately missed. You've got your Shield of Faith up. What does your Shield of Faith look like when you cast it?
It's sort of like a shimmering, sort of visible but not visible, if that makes any sense. Just sort of you can see there's something in front of me that's causing the light to act weird. But other than that, I look pretty normal.
Okay. Right, so that's you done, I believe. Bonus, yeah. Hobgoblin's turn. You can see these guys now that Arthas is a little bit closer. They're well armed, well armored. They're all wearing chainmail and shield raised. One is going to move into a flanking position as the other two hold ground. So I'm going to have 2 normal attacks and then 1 at advantage, Mark, against you.
Okay. Yeah.
Once per turn, the hobgoblin can deal an extra damage creature it hits with a weapon attack. The creature within 5 feet of an ally that isn't incapacitated. Ooh, you know what? Due to their they're actually going to stay in formation.
I just
So
realised I've used my last spell slot. Shit.
it's going to be 3 attacks then, Mark. First one is 22 to hit.
Yeah.
And one-handed
Oh,
damage,
it's
that's
not
going to be 4 points of slashing damage.
So that's going to be 1, is it? With me.
Yeah, I was just thinking
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
So-
but once per turn, he's going to use his martial feat and do an extra 11 points of damage.
Okay, so that's 8, 28.
With a weapon attack. Yeah, so it's you only. So what was that in total? That was 15. So you take in 12.
See. There we go. See for fail my saving throw. Which one is it again? To maintain my thingy.
It's a Constitution saving throw,
Constitution.
and it's going to be DC 10.
Constitution saving throw. Where are you, fucker? No, that's gone. Oh dear, this is horrible. Right, okay, 2 normal attacks then.
Okay.
Down to 19.
Okay, the second one's 7, and the last one's 14, so they both miss.
Yeah.
Are they going to move? Not really, no. Which takes us to Leggit's turn.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Sleep on the Dragon Army soldier, and it's got a 20-foot radius, so it should hit.
I'll give you all of those.
Yeah.
So roll to see how many hit points you put into sleep, and I think the spell does specify lowest first.
Yeah. Each is within 20 feet of the point you choose within the range are affected in ascending order.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's 5d8. Is that right? Yeah.
Oh,
5d8.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's something that because I missed it. I don't. It doesn't use me.
No, it doesn't, Mark.
Yeah, wicked.
18.
Okay. So sleep is going to be. Is it unconscious? They're considered.
Mm.
It must be conscious, mustn't it?
And
prone.
It doesn't specify in the spell, actually.
Well, if you're asleep, that's. But you had to say that's
unconscious.
unconscious
Yeah.
and prone. You're going to just
Conscious and prone.
fall
She's
over
dropped
and
the
start
floor.
snoring.
Falls
Yeah.
unconscious until the spell ends. Yep.
Yeah.
Found it.
So yes, 3 of them fall asleep. That's real unlucky, because everything else is on full. You've kind of missed out. If you'd have rolled, let me work this out. If you'd have got a few more, you'd have got one of the whole ones down. But the 3 that have already been injured just drop straight to sleep. So everybody has.
That's a nice turn up.
It is, yeah. I mean, that's 3 taken out of combat. So that's 3 bow shots not coming at you as well. Anything else from Leggit then?
Move and hide, Dave, into the bushes. Going to try and flank a little bit and hide as a bonus action.
Sure,
I am the
seems fair.
flanker in this party.
Stealth then, Mr. Johnson, if you
Of course,
please.
not bad.
And then no, it's cool. And then we can go with the Dragon Army soldier. He's got one obvious target really, which is going to be Arthas.
Nope.
Stealth of 14. Nope.
Not
Well,
That
it's
was
to beat passive perception. Okay, right. So 2 javelins. As Arthas, you see these javelins flying towards you. You can see that as he's releasing them, he's sort of saying, which sounds from your distance, it sounds as if he's saying something, and the javelin itself is wreathed in fire as it launches towards you.
I do hope he misses.
The first one is a crit.
Oh, wicked.
So that's a total of piercing damage of 12.
So, yeah,
So you
that'd
take
be
9
down
from
to
that. Yeah.
9 from that, and then whatever the fire damage is.
And your jammy get, you only take 2 from the fire damage, which is a roll of
That's
1 and 1
11.
on the fire damage.
Shit, I'm on 17.
Okay.
You are accounting for your Shield of Faith when you're checking your AC there, Mark. aren't
No,
you?
I've lost it.
He's lost
Oh,
it.
I failed.
sorry. Okay.
He hit me with a roll 22 on the first attack against me, and that was it.
The second attack is a 19.
You're fucking. Is there any point in me wearing armor? Yeah, it's hit me again.
Pit.
What armor have you got on?
You got
You got
chain
dri-
shirt,
you-
haven't you? Chainmail.
Yeah, chain
Yeah.
shirt, a
Chainmail.
shield, and divine. Did you put a shield of faith up as well, didn't you?
It's gone.
It's gone.
I lost it.
So that's 18 piercing damage, Mark, reduced to 5,
I'm down.
and 4 fire damage.
Oh, hang on then. 5 plus 4. What's that? 9. No, I'm not down. 5 plus 4 is 9. Right.
He's going to move. He's going to advance. Well, what's going to happen is this hobgoblin's going to move forwards during his turn, and then he's going to advance to there. So I'm going to. That's the Dragon Army soldiers go. I'm now going to take the hobgoblin bowman's turn, the only one that's still up, and he's going to try and shoot at Arthas, seeing that you're in trouble. He's only got one longbow attack, which rolls
Yeah, he'll roll
17.
27 though. Yeah, no, he's missed.
He's missed. Which takes us to Kelevendros.
Come on, Tom.
Okay, so I'm going to move up.
Yeah.
I think that's goes without saying. Bonus action. I believe I've already used my free use of this in the last combat, but I haven't got it marked off because it's not an easy thing to mark off. I'm pretty sure I used it last time. So I'm going to use my final spell slot to cast Healing Word on Arthas as bonus action.
Thank you.
Okay.
Seen him take a pounding. And that's 6 points of healing.
6 healing, thank you very much. Little bit better than that.
Mark that off. And then, do I attack or do I heal? How is Arthas looking, Mark?
I'm looking pretty beat up. I'm in double figures, just pretty much.
Okay, in which case I will use an action and I will give you all of my lay on hands pools. That's 20 points of healing.
How much is that? 20?
20.
Wow, that's awesome.
And that is the end of my turn.
Points.
Wow. That takes us to Nordan.
Thank you. Next.
Because I don't want Arthas to die.
Yeah, so Nordan is first. He's going to cast the cantrip. Sacred Flame, but as Moonfire, so I can hit 2 targets.
Yep.
So I'm going to go for your man there, the bowman, and the Dragon Army soldier. So they've both got to roll a Dex 15 save.
It's Dex, is it? Hobgoblin rolls 11. Fellow Malad rolls 19. He passes.
Okay, so the one that failed takes 1d8 worth of damage.
Mm-hmm.
4.
Okay.
And then, what's the deal with casting spells in 5 feet of somebody?
This isn't Pathfinder, Sam, is the answer to that.
Yeah. What I'm basically chasing is I'm not going to incur an attack of opportunity.
No. Attack of opportunity in D&D is only if you step out of someone's melee range.
Okay. I'm going to gamble. Fucking, this is stupid. Don't know why I'm doing this, but hey ho. Because obviously Nordan's recognising things are going south fast. So he's going to run forwards to here.
Yeah.
And then on a diagonal, he's going to cast Colour Spray and blind as many people as possible.
Well, you can hit all of them as far as possibly not that hobgoblin if you're trying to dodge Arthas.
Which one?
This one.
Anybody that ends their turn within 5 feet of me, I can use a reaction to try and help someone if they're getting a twat.
Right. Okay.
That's fine. I'm trying to go for max.
Okay.
Yeah,
coverage. I'm trying to blind as many as I possibly can.
Sure. So the 3 that you can see, there's a Dragon Army. Well, the ones that are already down are already down.
Yeah.
So we've got a Dragon Army soldier, a bowman, and a swordsman, a hobgoblin. What am I rolling?
Hang on. So it's like sleep. So I have to roll a 6d10, and that's the maximum amount of hit points I can blind.
Okay, wicked.
Oh, graphics struggle with that. 33 hit points. Obviously, I think it would start. Well, yeah. I haven't used this one before, have I? Affecting ascending order of their current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures and creatures that can't see. So starting with the one with the lowest current hit points.
Okay, and these are blinded.
Blind for 1 round.
Okay. So 33 blinded. So that's 7. See. 18. Not quite enough to get the Dragon Army soldier, but those 2 are definitely blinded.
And then can I use the last 5 feet of my movement to step back?
You can. It will provoke an opportunity attack, but it'll be at disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay. So a swing at you from the hobgoblin at disadvantage is a 12.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure, and I'm happy to be correct if I'm wrong, I cast Mage Armor before this combat. Because I think we went through a whole thing about it was all flowery and gaudy, and he was showing off in front of the lads.
Yeah.
You definitely can't. I remember you casting it, but
Yeah. Well, it lasts. Yeah.
Lasts like 8 hours.
It does. Arthas.
Right. First
what does Colour Spray look like? Sorry, just because I like a bit of flavour.
Yeah, this is one I struggle with because obviously, like you picked up on months ago, and obviously I've leaned into it now. So I go quite elemental, don't I? So maybe it's just a flash of the elements, all of them sort of mixed in together. And rather than it be a colour spray, it's like dirt with sparks and water. Do you know what I mean? Like a mix of just elements thrown into their eyes. Yeah. So it's like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Nice.
And they lose the turn because they're doing this.
Yeah.
Itchy.
Yeah.
You're getting the bits of ash and mud and water out of their eyes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll go with that. That sounds right to me.
Sounds amazing. Go on then, Mark.
Right then. First off, should I? Yeah. Bonus action, I'm going to second wind. So it's D10 plus 2.
Okay, you've got to be on full hit points now, surely. After this.
I don't know. D10. It's not got the plus 2. There we go. I'm bound to roll a 1. Oh no, 9. So it's 11. So yeah, I'm on full. No, I'm not. 30, 40. No, I am on full 42.
Tidy. So the two in front of you, one's asleep and one's blinded. There, you automatically get advantage to hit either of those.
Right.
Obviously, the one that's unconscious isn't gonna attack back, but the colour spray only lasts for a round.
Right. The one that's blinded, I'm going to take a swing its face.
Okay. So with advantage.
Right. Let's do it. Where's me? So I'm in spells. That's why I can't find it. Hang on this again. Spells, actions, longsword. And
18 hits, Mark.
Right. So that's D8 plus 4. Oh,
Oh,
heck's sake. I've used a bonus action. I've used an action, so I've still got my reaction in case anyone comes through any of the others.
Okay.
I'll be
Okay.
done.
Righto. So it's the
Oh,
hobgoblins.
actually, Dave. Sorry. Can I? Do I have to use an action to use what's it called? The fighter thing. Second wind.
No, mate. That's free.
In that case, let me just find it, tick it off. I'm going to do that and hit him again.
You mean action surge?
Action surge. Yeah.
Action surge is free, mate.
Right. I'm doing it.
Okay.
Swinging through him again.
Yeah. He's seen red. Let the hatred flow through you.
Your hate has made you powerful. No, totally missed.
Oh.
What a load of shite.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah,
Right.
now I'm done.
Hobgoblin's turn. So they've kind of got 2 targets in front of them now, and they've seen the wounds on Arthas, and all of a sudden this battered. Well, one of them has, yeah. So okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do then. This lad is going to come at Kelevendros, thinking he's going to have better luck. So it's attack at Kelevendros, 7 to hit, misses.
Yes.
The second one is disadvantage against Arthas, which is 18.
Missed.
Misses by 1. That was with disadvantage as well. That was a good roll.
Yeah.
And the other one's still unconscious. Takes his blindness, I believe, goes now. Sam.
End of his turn, yeah.
End of
So
his
it's
turn.
only 1 round. Yeah.
Okay, righto.
It's only for 1 round. But I thought, do you know what? It'll just buy us that little bit of time.
It did.
before he can try and
Yeah, it did, mate. It did. It was perfect.
try
was
and
good.
crowd control.
Yeah.
Yeah, useful. I was getting a tonking.
Leggit's up.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I need to go and emancipate the sausage roll.
I didn't see that one coming.
No, that
That one's really surprised me.
Emancipate sausage roll.
I know. It's annoying and it's made me hungry.
Which is even more annoying.
I'd share, mate, but I can't push up through the screen.
That's for when quantum computers come in before we can do that kind of shit. Sorry, Andy, you'll go.
Right, so the colour spray only lasts 1 round, you said, didn't it? So this guy's no longer blinded, is he?
He's not blinded, no. This lad is. So it's still advantage to hit him.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I'll take our bonus action steady aim, which gives me advantage to hit on that turn.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Slingshot at the chap opposite Kel.
Okay. Roll to hit with advantage.
No, I change my mind. I'm going to hit the one diagonal to Arthas.
Sure.
To the right.
Yep.
Try and get the
finish
kill
him
in.
off. Yeah.
Seems fair.
Go for it.
There's a question. Do I get sneak attack with Firebolt?
No. I know. You know what?
I would have said you did.
I'm gonna.
You do with the bow.
It doesn't. But I'm gonna rule. I'm gonna override the rules because of your particular blend of skills. I'm gonna say you do, mate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's spot on. Flavour wise, it sounds right.
I didn't do advantage.
Ooh, 17 misses.
No.
17.
17.
17 and a 9 both miss. So as he fights off the blind and shrugs it off, he wipes sort of this imaginary dirt and sparks out of his eyes. He just sees your firebolt coming, raises his shield in time. Anything else from Leggit?
A little bit of movement, maybe. Can I move into this?
Yeah. Yeah, because you've had a bonus action as well, haven't you? So no other bonus action.
Yeah.
Which takes us to the Dragon Army Soldier. Now then, he's got choices. He is not, because Leggit's in cover, he's not going to target you, but he's got 3 viable choices in front of him. And this guy's, he knows what he's about. And if I'm honest, he's probably kind of going to try and throw 2 javelins at the clothy.
In his resplendent armour.
Yeah. Well, let's see what this looks like if it hits. So 2 javelins at Nordan. The first one is a 21 to hit.
I'll make him roll that again.
Okay, nice.
That's smart. That's why I moved. That's why I rolled the dice on the attack of opportunity.
So that attack was a 7 to hit, misses. Second javelin.
Sorry, what was the 7 complete, Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So second javelin flies towards you now that we've re-rolled. That one is 22.
Can't help you again, unfortunately.
That's fine, mate.
So 6 piercing, 4 fire for a total of 10.
Wow.
You're not concentrating on anything though, are you? So there's
Not at the
nothing
minute,
affected there. He is gonna drop back slightly. He's gonna. No, he's going to stand. He's going to stand his ground. He's relatively well protected there. So it's the Hobgoblin Bowman's turn. There's only one of these left. He's blinded. He, as far as I'm concerned, he can't target you because he's blinded. A sword is a sort of a swing in the dark, but for blinded, it's too dangerous for him to do anything. So he's going to spend his turn sort of wiping his eyes. The blinded condition goes, and that's the end of his turn, which takes us to Cal.
Okay, so Cal's going to do something potentially risky. He's going to move to there and then to there, hopefully avoiding the attack of opportunity.
Yeah, he's asleep.
Sure.
The one in the middle is asleep, mate.
Yeah. And then he's going to make a big chop at the Dragon Army Soldier.
Go for it.
Ian.
Nope. 8.
Unfortunately not, no. Now that you're a bit closer up, you can see he's got tight-fitting scale armour, symbol of Takesis on the front. But no, he's too nimble. He just dodges out of the way. Drops the javelin and draws his sword as you approach. Takes us to Nordan. Round 3.
Okay. So Nordan wasn't very impressed that he's just had a javelin thrown at him.
No.
But he's not handy with a sword, so he's really going to piss this dragon soldier off. And you guys are starting to get used to the way he does magic. He controls elements, so his eyes go that bright fire red, but brighter than normal. And he reaches out with his hand, and on that symbol of Takesis set in that man's armor, you see the moon appear in flames as the armor starts to go red hot, and he heats metal.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
Right on the Takesis
Knock him
symbol
in
as well,
his
to really
armor.
piss him off.
We know that if he was a Dragon
Branded.
High Lord, that wouldn't work. But he's because it's natural dragon scale, isn't it, on a High Lord? But the officers there
Not necessarily. That was first and second edition, Mark. Let's,
Yeah.
So I believe it's just
So,
automatic, isn't it?
2d8 fire damage, yeah. Yeah.
in your face.
And for the rest of his very short life, he'll be branded with the mark
For
of his
11
mistake.
points of fire damage.
Okay, and then do I have saving throws to make to see if he loses concentration or loses?
On your turn. So on your turn, you have to do a concentration. So I was just reading it and I'm doubting myself. You need to do a constitution saving throw or
Yeah.
drop the object. But you can't because you're wearing it. You'd have to take it off.
Yeah.
If you don't drop the object and if you fail the constitution saving throw, you have disadvantages on attack rolls and ability checks.
So he has
until the
disadvantage
start
then.
of your next turn.
It's just automatic disadvantage because he can't drop his arm. He can't take his armor off
It was-
during combat.
You'd
I'm
have to do a
going to
Constitution
smirk at
saving
him,
throw.
even though I know I shouldn't.
Say again.
I'll
It's
just
a con save.
He
It's a
can't.
con save.
Oh, okay. So he does get a con
It's a con
save
save to see if he's distracted by it.
during his turn.
Until the start of my next turn, so it would be now. Sorry, Dave.
So that's all right, mate. It's the first time we've used it. So Constitution saving throw rolls a 9, so he's at disadvantage until the start of your
I
next
don't
turn.
know what. There's no DC for it.
It'll be your DC, mate. I should imagine.
Oh, okay. But I am now concentrating.
Cool. Worth it.
And he would have sidestepped just behind Arthas because Arthas is bigger than he is.
Okay. Speaking of which, Arthas, you're up.
Right, is that one in front of me still asleep?
Yes. Yeah, they're
Right,
asleep for quite a while, aren't they, Andy?
I'll mute myself. Sleep. They are asleep for duration. 1 minute.
So that's 10 rounds.
Yeah.
So yeah, happy days. Right, I'm going to slap the one that's awake, that's taken damage before,
Go for
or attempt to. I'm going to use me. I'm going to put a trouser leg into it. You know the
Precise
same.
trouser leg.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
When I can find it, so I can mark it off. Traits. Oh, I blame me for this.
Well, you only mark it off if you hit, Mark, so you can do that.
That's true.
So roll with advantage. Right
so-
click, and then roll with advantage if you remember.
Right, okay. With advantage, roll.
Come on, Mark.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. How much damage?
So let me just tick that off now.
2d8 plus 4, I believe.
Oh God, I'll do it in a minute. Right, I'll do my damage, which is. I'm on actions. On actions. Where's my damage? Oh, it's at the top. Right. 2. But then I get to add for the other thing.
A d8. Yeah.
Another d8.
Yeah.
So let's just roll it on d8. Oh my God!
For a total of 7, he's already injured. How do you want to kill him?
Oh, wicked! Oh, he's a hobgoblin, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think the last attack just thrust forward straight into his neck and pokes out the back, and he has a little gurgle and falls over.
Collapses next to the lad next to him, which takes us to their turns. One's asleep, the other one's just seen his mate dying. This one, however, he sees an opportunity to try and flank Kelevendros. He's going to attack Kelevendros with advantage.
Oh, he's not near me now.
Which is, I've rolled. What did I roll? I've rolled a 4 and a 4. Right, let's move on. Leggit, your turn.
He's going to try and rinse and repeat what he did, but on the Dragon Army soldier.
Okay.
So bonus action, steady aim.
Yep.
5-volt.
Yep. Come on.
A sneak attack is within 5 feet of Kel.
Yes, you do. Well, if you're giving yourself advantage, it's automatic sneak attack, but he's within range of Kel anyway. So it.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
1 minute. 5-volt advantage. Roll them dice.
No.
16?
It's 1 short. He's not quite as well armored as the hobgoblins, but he raises his shield and shrugs it off as he swings his sword towards Kelevendros. He's not flanking though.
He's a flanker though.
He can. In fairness,
Definite flanker.
he can move into a position where he's flanking there. And I think he's smart enough to do that and then step back. So as this hobgoblin's attacking you, he is going to sort of dive in on top of the hobgoblin. There's 2 attacks with advantage then.
No, it's not. It's 2 flat rolls. He's at disadvantage.
Nice.
because of the thing.
Be two flat
Because of the
rolls.
thing.
Nice. Okay, so first attack, 20.
Hits.
So slashing 5, fire 1, so 6.
6.
Where's the fire coming from?
Second attack, 20.
Hits.
Slashing 9, fire 3.
12.
So now that you're closer, as he's swinging this sword, you hear him say, "Takesis is with me," and he swings down, and then the second swing, "It is her will," as he swings up, and this, as he finishes this sort of little prayer to Takesis, the fire flares. That takes us to Bowman's turn, and there's only one still up, so he's going to drop the bow and attempt to stab Kelevendros with his longsword. Which is going to be a normal hit, 20.
Hits.
Jesus Christ, Dave!
6 slashing damage.
Okay.
It is your turn, though, Kel.
Tom, you need to get the feat that that Mark's got.
Yeah.
Do some of that incoming damage on.
It was that or Sentinel, and I took Sentinel. I was hoping that
Nice.
matey below me was going to go for Arthas, because then I'd get the attack against him.
Yeah.
But so in an attempt to demoralize the surviving soldiers, I'm going to go for the dragon army soldier again.
Okay.
One of these days, I will use my smite abilities, Dave, but I keep using my spell slots before I get there.
Yeah, I know, mate. I don't think you've done one smite yet, have you?
No, I haven't used it at all. I've used my other features like Rebuke the Violent and stuff, but not managed to smite yet.
Come on, dude.
Nope. It's a 13 to hit.
Okay, no, so he just nimbly dodges out of the way. Anything else from you?
I've got nothing else I can do, mate.
Okay, Nordan.
So for spell casting, what's the deal with concentration, Dave?
If you're concentrating on something,
Yeah.
If you cast another concentration spell, it drops automatically. Yeah. If you take damage, you need to make a Constitution saving throw versus DC 10 or half of the damage that you take, whichever's highest. So if you take 22 damage, it's it's DC 11. Otherwise, it's DC 10.
So I can cast a cantrip and not have to worry about my concentration.
Yep, you can cast. If you're casting just normal spells, you can cast as many as you want, and as you normally would.
Okay, so he's going to go to his cantrip. He's going to use Sacred Fire.
Yeah.
Again, but he's going to use it on the Dragon Soldier and the Awake Hobgoblin in the Bowman.
Okay, so I'll roll for the Dragon Soldier first. Dex save 18.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hobgoblin. Oh, it's 19 for you, isn't it?
No, 15 on the dex save.
Right. Oh, 18 and 14, so the Hobgoblin fails.
So the Hobgoblin takes max damage.
Nice. He dies. How does he die?
Because he's concentrating on that spell and he's trying to do the cantrip, I imagine a bit of white radiant light bursts out from the symbol of the moon on his chest and comes into the back of the bowman and just doesn't seem to affect this dragon soldier.
Okay, righto, nice.
And then as a bonus action,
yeah,
I'm going to increase the temperature of his armor. So as he's got his hand out like that, he's going to turn it and then clench his fist as the temperature rises and causes another 2d8 worth of damage.
Wicked.
For 10 points of damage.
That's so close.
Is he still up?
Yeah, only.
Another Constitution saving throw, please, Dave.
Yeah. Yeah, he's only just up. I'm going to give him disadvantage on this Constitution saving throw because he's only just up. He would have failed both anyway, so.
So he's got disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay. Done.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's most of my moves, and
yeah, that's some good going.
I think I've put you in check there, Dave.
Oh, don't. Beholder!
It's not checkmate.
Mark.
My go.
Yeah.
Is it my go? Right then. I think you can do this without provoking any opportunity attacks. I'm going to move to there, so I'm next to Kel.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to give the Jaboa salute to the army officer right in front of me and attempt to twat him again using the thing that gives me advantage.
Precise anus.
Second and last time till we have a rest.
Yeah, go on.
So here we go. Come on. Now,
18 hits.
oh, does it?
Yeah.
Go on, Mark. Finish him.
Right. Okay. So this is my normal damage.
I don't think it needs much more than that.
And then plus on that with my precise strike.
Come on.
Yes! About time. Saw some numbers.
19 damage, Mark. That's more like it. How do you kill the Dragon Army soldier?
Splits, hit to the top of the head there, totally caves his helmet in. And doesn't cut through it, but you just see blood start to trickle down and just collapses backwards.
Nice. Which gives us anything else from Arthas?
How are you, Kel? Are you bad at the minute?
Don't worry about Kelevendros, mate. Kelevendros is always all right.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's just as a bonus action, I can do it. I can do. I've only just found it on my features and traits for me. I think it's from the Night of Solamnia. I can do bolstering rally, so I can give you D8 plus 4 temporary hit points. I don't know how long for. Do you know? Is there a rule on temporary hit points?
No,
Dave?
I think temporary hit points are there until possibly forever.
Well, I'm gonna do that today. So it's D8 plus 4 just in case.
Because I think you can add temporary hit points onto your D&D Beyond.
You can put temporary hit points on the character sheet. Yeah. So that's 10 temporary hit points, Tom.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
And that doesn't your order feature. That doesn't trigger that, does it?
Does it?
I think it's a spell, but I'm not sure.
Let's have a look. Order features. Main spell slot. There we go. It's called. What was authority? Oh, it's a spell slot. Yeah.
Spell slot. Right. Okay.
No problem.
So hobgoblins. We're back to the normal hobgoblins, which there's one still up. Who's yeah. So these guys.
They're all asleep, aren't they? The
All but one.
Alive. Except, oh yeah, look at Jeff there on his Todd. I would like to be you right now.
No, I think I'm going to have to roll a dice. Let me just. Okay, I'm going to roll a dice. Right, what makes sense to me? It kind of makes sense. Right, I'm just going to roll this. So 10 or more. Yeah, okay, no, he's gonna try and run. And how he's going to try and run? He thinks he's spotted what looks like a. This is going to be interesting. There you go, then, Tom. He is going to attempt to move here.
Yep. Which incurs an attack of opportunity.
It does.
Hit him with.
Yep.
If I hit him, he's not going anywhere.
Yep.
So it's a 19 to hit.
19 hits, mate. Yeah.
So his movement is reduced to 0, but he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's not.
He takes 12 points of damage.
And in fact, you kill him in one go. What does that look like?
Sorry.
So I feel like Kel was kind of got his focus on the Dragon Army soldier, and when he falls, the guy behind him tries to run. He's just going to turn and run him straight through the mouth with the sword before he can go anywhere.
Yeah. Excellent. So that, to my reasoning, is 3 asleep hobgoblins, which would be straightforward for you to dispatch. Unless you wanted to do anything else, you can just kill them. It's as simple as that.
I'm trying to think if I'd object, and I'm having a hard time thinking of any objection that.
Do we want to interrogate them?
Can't read. Do we need one for questioning? I think we should take one alive and kill the other two.
The one that we probably should have kept alive to question is the one that we've killed.
Yeah,
These
but
guys,
it's fun.
they're trainees, aren't they? I mean, what are they going to
Yeah,
know?
but they're hard
realistically?
trainees. If they've got ACs of
You did have a bit of a natter with them beforehand. If this makes the choice easier, at the end of last session, you were having a talk to them. These were the guys that invaded Vogler. They didn't know what it was called. It was a fishing village. They burnt it, and these have come out for a training session. So
let's just kill them then.
Yeah, seems fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I loot the soldier.
you can loot all of them. Yeah, no problem. On the soldier, as you're sort of dispatching them, you find a little note tucked into his breastplate, which
He's
reads,
very, very singed.
It's it reads, "The High Master requires soldiers, not thugs. Figure out which you have, then dispatch the ones not suited to the task. This is the Dragon Queen's will." Lying around this sort of small camp, you find 200 gold pieces,
Oh,
and you
Is there
also
anything- sorry, Dave.
you also salvage 5 full suits of black chainmail armor emblazoned with the symbol of Takesis.
That's worth it for the militia.
yeah.
Or
We can palm
the
them off on the village lads, can't we? The village mates.
Is there anything magical about your man's sword? The one that
No.
No.
What about his magic javelin? Where's that?
There's a collection of javelins, but you got the impression that they were the source of the fire were it was a prayer to Takesis that was.
Oh, no magic javelins.
I think I know what that was. I think I've got something similar that I never use.
So have I picked up the gold?
Yeah, I'm just stick that in the old party treasures and see when as and when needed.
I don't think that's what the Kender was on about, Mark.
Oh, he's a Kender. Yeah, probably just have that off.
So this was the farmhouse that you'd investigated. So in terms of your mission for today was to investigate the farmers from this farmstead had been chased off by Dragon Army soldiers, and then they'd been ransacked by Draconians on the road, and you've dealt with both of these now. So in terms of missions to complete, that's pretty much it.
Shall we take the weapons are decent quality, the ones that they had?
Yeah, they're serviceable, so you can easily
take them for the militia, can't we?
I tell you what, Mark, roll d6, that's how many long swords, and roll d6, that's how many longbows you can have.
Right. Does anybody want a longbow, by the way?
Got one, thank you.
Got one. Right, okay. D6 coming up. Right,
Don't
for
think I can use one,
swords,
can
Ooh, that's a
6.
shout.
And bows,
So 6 long swords.
3.
Oh, I swapped to a longbow already.
So we'll split them between us, and I mean, to be fair, I could do with a long rest. I mean, I've got loads of hit points, but I've got no abilities left at all.
I'm also spent. I think you can use a short bow, Andy.
Yeah.
Just going to see if Roger Ramjet's finished in the observatory.
I'm telling you right now, he watches the YouTube videos. I think he's well aware of this game because he is well off the reservation this week.
Yeah.
We've all been, I know everyone's been right, but we've been close, haven't we? Like within sort of a reasonable proximity. He is.
Yeah. Sausage rolls
Might
and
be the
Roger
mood,
Ramjet.
Might just be the mood he's in. You don't know, do you?
So you are, if I remember correctly, you are 18 or so miles out east of Kalaman. It's getting late towards late in the day now. Once you've ransacked everything, the farmstead is still intact. It itself has been ransacked, so you can easily rest here for the night, or move on. But like I say, this is mission complete for you. What do you want to do?
What time of day?
It's getting on now. Like I say, I would suggest beyond tea time.
For a long rest.
Yeah. Probably best to rest here and go back in the morning.
Yeah. Okay. Let's Mark just roll a d20 for me, please.
Okay, dokie.
Okay. Yeah. So you rest the night. You post watches. Nothing disturbs you. So you can have some warm food. You can heat up some oats or something like that. Spend the night sorting yourself out. A long rest. Break of dawn next day.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm. Yeah. So what's the plan? What do you want to do?
So didn't we have sort of somebody within the town to report to who was giving us tasks? And
Yeah,
this was how we
Darrett
got
was
in.
your handler, as it were.
Shall we go and see if he wants, if he's got another task for us, as we were so obviously superb in the last one.
But didn't he hand out a few?
Did he
did.
give us more than one?
Yeah, well,
Ah.
you've completed both. You have completed both. The task, if you remember rightly, was that this farmstead was attacked. As the farmers fled, they were attacked again, and you've dealt with the Draconians that attacked them first off, and then this is their home that they've been driven out of. So you've completed both of those tasks.
Right,
We
so we
have
can
a way-
report back they're dead.
Or we have a way to communicate over long distance, don't we?
You do.
So we can report in remotely and see whilst we're out. We're like, right, we've cleared the farmstead. We're out in the field. Is there anything else you need us to do while we're out here?
Let me
Nice.
just look at the range.
I've just got my game ahead on. I'm doing a side quest. Is there any other side quests in the area? I have to go back to the keep.
Gotta get that XP, man.
Yeah. Well, here's a question: what are you going to do with the armor, the swords, and all the rest of it?
Strap them to the horses.
Yeah, what horses, haven't we?
You've got horses.
Yeah.
Um,
Talking, drinking, bet on the horses.
okay. So
18 miles is the range, so we'd just be able to hear it.
yeah, you would. You possibly. What I'd say is you have to make it to high ground, maybe just to the. So to get a clear signal. But yeah, you. Darrett's voice comes through. Darrett Highwater, if you remember, he was the squire of Becklin.
Yeah.
He turned out to be quite nails when you were in Vogler. And his voice comes through the far gab as clear as if he was stood next to you. And he'll say, obviously, you report what you've done, and he'll say, "Oh, well done. The farmers will be relieved to hear that. Obviously, they're not going to return to the farmstead, but once the war's over, if the farms survive, then they can return. But they're going to stay here for now. But yeah, if you're looking for more work, as it turns out, we were expecting scouts to return. They were due to return 2 days ago. We've given them an extra 2 days to try and return. This is north of the Vingard River, and he can give you the coordinates. And it's approximately 20 miles northwest of Kalaman. So this is kind of right over the other side. He'll say to you it's 6 miles east of Vogler. So you're sort of heading back to old territory, and this is potentially in enemy territory. So he'll say approach with caution, but this is the scout's last known location.
Wow. It's fortunate then that we picked up 5 sets of armor
Yeah.
Oh.
to disguise ourselves with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Good
might.
shout.
So we are well equipped for the mission, Darrett, and we will do our best to report back when we can.
Nice. He'll say good luck. Paladin be with you.
Let's
And
go,
with you, my friend.
folks.
So
Get on, Popo. Ride up.
let me just pop that in front of you. What's it?
On Popo.
The going on. So what exactly? How are you going to disguise yourself then? Talk me through
With
that.
the chain and the helms, the ones that can wear it, and I imagine what we've got the other two. Is there any symbols of Takesis or anything that we could that were on the bodies that we could
Yes.
give them to look like they were on the same side as us, sort of thing?
I think for me, hang on, I don't know, I might not do it. I won't wear the armor, but what I'll have ready if it looks like we're coming near anyone that does, I'll cast Alter Self and make myself appear like I'm wearing the armor.
Right, fair play. That's one.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if we hit something, I don't want to be in armor because then I'm useless. Well,
What's the
gotcha.
rules these days? You can actually cast in armor, can't you? Just get penalties. Was that an old edition?
Say again, sorry.
If you're not proficient with armor, you can still wear it, but you get there's a disadvantage. I can't remember what it is.
Well, you
Or
can't
I'm
cast spells. For Sam specifically, you're not going to be able to. It's restrictive. It stops your movement, so you can't cast spells.
It makes stealth very difficult.
Take it. I'm not gonna have to wear it. It's gonna be like I'm picturing sort of. I'm Frodo walking into Mordor, with the orc armor.
Again,
or Gimli.
you can put it
our
on,
hands
but
could be loosely tied, so you look like you're escorting two prisoners.
Yeah. I have got a disguised self though, so I can make myself appear foot taller.
if you two get your spells ready in case we see we see anyone and need to pass off, job's a good one.
Okay,
And
so
then
it lasts an hour.
Cover us in case we get caught out and we don't see them coming. Rope around the hands tied loosely to make it look like prisoners. The worst case scenario, if we get caught with the pants down, we're escorting prisoners into camp.
Okay.
But
So
if we have prior warning, just a quick, and I'm wearing the armor.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Arthas and Kelevendros, you're dressing as Dragon Army soldiers, and then you've got Leggit and Nordan with sort of loose bits of rope that are there that you can sort of wrap around yourself to make it look like you're prisoners, or you've got a backup of spells. Is that what we're going with? Okay, cool.
And look dejected like those slaves in Hawk the Slayer. That'll fool them. It fooled me.
It's such a good film. Apparently they released a comic of that not long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to read that.
Has everyone seen it? I know you've seen it, Dave. Has everyone else seen Hawk the Slayer?
Hawk Slayer.
Hawk the Slayer.
Hawk the Slayer.
Don't think so.
It's a British fantasy movie from 1980. The special effects are hilarious. It's the only film I've ever seen where silly string is used and called a special effect. It's like she casts a web spell and it's silly string. She casts meteors, a meteor shower, and they're glow-in-the-dark power balls. Honestly. And everywhere they stop on their journey is actually the same place. The castle, you can see it when it shows you the big. Oh, it's a monastery, I think. It's clearly a painting. Clearly a painting.
They do.
And it's also one of the best films I've ever seen.
It's amazing. It's like a precursor to a lightsaber. It's a sword that he controls with his mind. There's an elf in it called Crow who sounds like Mr. Spock, but he shoots ridiculously fast. But it's in the Peak District, not far away from us. There's Thor's Cave. If you've ever been to Thor's Cave.
Yeah. I've not been there. I know of it.
Oh, it's amazing if you go.
Bernard Bredlaw's in it. He plays the giant who's about a foot taller than the dwarf.
A young Jack Palance is the baddie.
Yeah,
it's really bad, but I love it. Love it so much.
Jack Palance overacts so much; it's phenomenal. It's genius.
It is. Right, where were we?
Sorry.
No, you're quite all right. Hawk the Slayer is worth it, Mark. So I'm gonna with your horses. It doesn't take you long to get onto ground where you're going to be near to where you need to be. So let's have a survival check just to get things moving, just to see if you can pick up any tracks. You can do this as a group or give someone advantage if. Well, Arthas pretty much knows what he's doing.
19.
And Kel, between the two of you, you managed to discern that there are draconian tracks leading towards where these scouts are supposed to be. And
how many scouts? Sorry, Dave. How many scouts were there meant to be?
2 scouts.
2 scouts, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
The scouts, what Darrett would have probably told you is when they send out scouts specifically just for spying purposes, just to get eyes on what's happening. They send 2, so worst case scenario, hopefully 1 can escape. But you can see the tracks of Bars Draconians that aren't concealed moving towards this location, and as you move closer. And you sort of move a little bit stealthily, you can hear this hissing, sibilant sound of the Draconian speech somewhere in the distance. And as you sort of poke through, perhaps you send Leggit to go on a recce and come back.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think we need stealthy boys to go in and have a look.
So Leggit would comfortably report back that there's 2 Bars Draconians. And there's 2 scouts. One of them is clearly already dead, and the second one is being interrogated by these Bars Draconians. But that's all you saw.
And do you think we should go for everyone use ranged and go for a surprise round? We could just sneak close enough. Just close enough. I'll throw a hand axe. Everybody else has got their things, haven't they? They can all do the ting.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you your map back, which is strangely enough very similar to the last one. But this tree here, that's I'm going to use this square as. In fact, we'll best use this square as the tree stump, with the scout tied to it. The other one's dead round the corner, with the 2 Bars Draconians. Taking it in turns to rough this lad up, and they're just laying in, sort of asking questions, saying, how many soldiers do you have? And this scout so far doesn't seem to be giving them the goods as they're laying into him.
Good lad.
You could get within 30 charging distance without them hearing you. They seem intent on what they're doing.
They're going to hear me and Cal because we're jingly. We certainly wouldn't hear Leggit and possibly get away with Nordan, but
we're also dressed as dragons. So
I forgot about that. That's perfectly true.
We could go in and start demanding what the fuck they think they're doing,
and then stab them.
Provide the distraction for Leggit and Nordan to get their attacks off, and then we can just go and murder them.
Yeah, I like that plan. Right, is that cool with everybody?
Yeah, I'll go for the shot. Why not?
Right, let's do that then, Dave.
Okay. So Leggit and Nordan, are you're staying stealthed now? Then moving into a position. So it is going to be a what I'll say is Arthas and Cal, move your tokens where you want to stand. And you'll sort of open as you move closer. These 2 Bars Draconians turn around and they'll sort of say, we didn't think that you were that there was a patrol in this area. So we'll kind of leave that there as Nordan and Leggit make their stealth rolls.
Right, quickly top my drink up.
Oh, 13. I'm not a stealthy man.
26. Right, okay. So Nordan and Leggit, move your tokens where you want to go. Well, don't, because you're trying to beat passive perception, Sam, so it may not be as bad as you think.
I was going for hide in the rocks, sort of at range, because I've got a longbow.
Yeah. Interesting.
I mean, I am wearing red robes, so that kind of sticks out a little bit.
True that. But as far as you're aware, you managed to get into position, and they don't seem to be looking at you directly at you. Leggit, you might as well not be there. So yeah. Mark's right up there. So should we do this with you then, Tom? So we weren't expecting patrols. What are you doing here?
We're not a patrol. We were sent out to find you. Camp wants to know why you haven't reported back.
Okay. Well, we're still interrogating this. Do you wish to join in the fun?
Perhaps. Perhaps we will be more effective questioners than yourselves. And he'll pull his great sword. Well, he's probably got it in his hands, but he'll take it off his shoulder.
Yeah.
Move up to there, in front of the prisoner, and then he's going to make his attack against the one on his right. So he's like, almost like, and then he's just going to.
Okay. Make a deception roll for me then.
Yeah, sure. Deception. 16.
Okay. Right. So, Mark.
Yo.
What you've just seen is Kelevendros approach, and he's sort of saying, "Well, we'll interrogate the prisoners." Drawn his sword, and he's going to twat one. What? And you probably would have expected it coming. Did you want to do something similar?
Yes, absolutely. I'll just hit the other one.
Okay, so you make a deception roll as well, then.
Right.
Go on, Mark.
No, I shall roll a 5.
Yeah. Okay, so as Kel swings, the other one clocks onto what's going. So Kel, you can have an opportunity attack. Well, not an opportunity attack, but you can have a surprise round, and also so can Leggit and Nordan.
Right, fair enough.
So what I'll do, let me clear initiative.
I shall roll it.
Yeah,
again.
if you want to roll a new initiative.
What? I don't think I've rolled a half decent initiative this entire campaign.
I'm gonna, because there's only 2. I'm gonna
I don't know
roll.
what I rolled. It's not come up. I'm bottom though.
You rolled 6.
Yeah, so I'm at the bottom.
Actually, you're not.
You know,
No, you rolled better than I did.
Yeah. Let's change set initiatives. What did I say? 6. So you are.
I'm back in action.
Okay, that's rather interesting.
Step next to. Oh no, you'll get an opportunity attack. I should have moved next to you. Oh, that was a bell-endy thing to do.
No, you moved and then went, and then I went up to the prisoner. So it's my fault, not yours, mate.
Oh.
Yeah. So, Mark, you're not getting a surprise round.
I don't
Everyone
get
else
right round.
is. But what I am going to say to
So I spend this round going.
do. So, Nordan.
Nordan is going to, because the way his perception is that this chap's surrounded by both of them, so he's going to try and take a longbow shot because that was the agreed upon plan at the guy on the right.
Okay.
Right.
Ugh.
11 misses. You can move though.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to close the distance, close the range a bit.
Okay.
To
So
charge out from the rocks.
Yeah, you're making yourself known as well now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Bars Draconians are surprised by Kel. So it's Mr. Johnson's turn when he returns. There he is. Everything all right, Andy?
Yeah, just he's having a meltdown.
Oh. Both at the same time. That's going to be a nightmare.
So, who went first? It was.
I did nothing, mate. I may as well have not bothered.
Right, okay.
I literally didn't bother.
I'm going to go for third time's the charm with the sneak attack firebolt.
Sure.
Yeah,
okay.
Hopefully third time's the charm.
Yep.
With this one nearest to me.
Go for it.
I don't need steady aim, do I? Because I've already got advantage.
Yes, because you're attacking from stealth.
Yeah.
Are you going to get more rogue levels, Andy, to get more sneak attack damage?
15 hits.
Don't know yet, Mark.
Yeah,
That's
fair
the
play.
only sense that damage, and then 17.
17.
That's
These are quite sturdy creatures, if you remember. The ones you fought before, some of them were wounded. These ones aren't. So it takes the full brunt of your damage. So you've still got a bonus action left, I believe.
bonus action, move slightly to a different bush.
Can you quicken spell yet? Have you got that? Have you got your sorcery points and your meta magic?
Not yet.
No.
Oh.
So I roll my stealth from behind.
Yeah.
Oof. 10.
Okay. Arthas, you don't get a surprise round. Kel.
No.
So under Kel's breath, he's going to mutter a quick prayer to Paladin. He's going to say, Lord Paladin, please bless my blade with your holy fire. And he's going to cast Searing Smite.
Okay.
And then he's going to make a weapon attack against the uninjured Draconian.
Okay.
For a 23 tip.
That'll hit, mate.
Okay, so
Come on.
Let's have some meaty.
Reroll
Right.
Reroll the 1 because of Great Weapon Master.
Yeah.
For another 1, so it doesn't change anything.
So 9, yeah.
And then as he kind of makes his strike, his blade's just going to flare with fire.
Come on, Tom.
He'd attack a d6 of fire damage
Oh.
for an extra 2, but then on the start of his next turn, he owes me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so 11 damage total.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Bars Draconians were surprised. They don't get to attack. The second Bars, yeah, because I split their initiative, didn't I? So we go back to top of the round. As this fight unfolds, so both of these Bars Draconians take the damage that's inflicted on them. As Leggit, you try to hide in the bush. From above you drops down a Capac Draconian with its 2 daggers, and as he drops down, he licks these blades as he drops down and attacks Leggit. 2 dagger attacks for Leggit, and he's attacking from stealth, so I'm going to give him advantage. First attack is 18 to hit you.
Yeah.
So that's piercing and poison damage combined, total of 10 damage. Second dagger, 17 to hit you.
Yeah.
Is total of 11 damage. Multi-attack, Capac Draconian. If both attacks hit the same creature, the target must make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, fucking hell.
14.
Okay, so as these daggers slash around you, you can feel the paralytic effect of the poison, but you manage to shrug it off.
Yeah, at least something's gone right this round.
Poisons. Turn mild poison.
Yeah. Not looking healthy though.
Nope. And then just have a look. So now that the Capac's down, he's going to move into a position to the back of Leggit, which takes us to Nordan.
So Nordan is surprised by this, and he sees what's happening over at Leggit. So he turns to him, and his eyes go that grey colour. And I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw
For the Capac?
Yeah.
Saving throw, rolls a 9.
Sweet. He's now levitating, so as his eyes go grey, all the the loose leaves and stuff start to circulate as this micro tornado appears under him and lifts him 20 feet into the air.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do jack shit, mate.
That's horrible. And he's sort of hissing. So what? What is this? He
While he's while he's concentrating on him, and he's sort of rotating his hand, and you can see he's focused. He brings up his left hand and using one of his sorcerer points, casts Gust on this chappy here and pushes him back. Well, he's got to make a saving throw.
Okay. Dex?
No,
it's Khan again, isn't it?
No, strength.
That makes sense.
Yours, yeah.
18.
Yeah, he passes that.
Yeah. Shame.
Oh,
Okay, so is the K-Pax floating up? What? Oh, him, that one. Points us towards Nordan, and he's saying to the Bars Draconians, get him, chop him down. What does Nordan want to finish his turn doing? Anything or nothing?
He's going to stand his ground for now.
Okay.
Because there's nothing else threatening him, and the boys are between him and the bad guys that can hurt him.
Gotcha. So, this Bars Draconian's turn. Just double check that. Yeah.
Constitution saving throw for, please, mate.
Okay, nice one. 17.
I believe that's a success. Yes, success.
Okay.
So he's no longer on fire.
Okay. He, however, he's listened to the orders, and if you remember, these are fanatical creatures. They live and breathe for Takesis. He's gonna go 5, 10, 15. So he's not moved out yet.
Yeah.
So, but he's gone 15 to there. Let me just press space. So 5, 10 to there, 15.
Yeah.
So that's 15. And he's going to attempt to move out of melee range from Kelevendros if you want to make your sentinel attack now.
Yep.
Tom, come on.
Also, doesn't Leggit get one as well?
He will do. Yeah.
yes.
That's a 22 tit.
Okay. So, Andy, did you want to make? In fact, because you've got a feat that's specific to do with this, so I should imagine yours will fire off first. So roll your damage then.
Okay. That's 11 damage.
11 is exactly his hit points.
I've just realised why you had to measure that one out then, Dave. I know exactly what you've done.
Yep.
Yeah, I've just cottoned on.
So, how does it die?
How am I going to do this one? I think he's just going to turn. So you're going to see him go in, and he's going to turn the other way and just round the middle, straight through the midsection.
Nice. Oh, I like that. So, Arthas, Kelevendros, and Leggit to make a Constitution saving throw, please, as this Bars Draconian turns to stone and this
tries to turn me into a chicken again. Which Constitution did we say?
Yes, please.
Yes! I finally made one!
12. I don't know if I've made one.
And for Leggit as well. Can't save Andy.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
So you all shrug off the effects, which takes us to Leggit's turn.
That's boys.
This how far up is the K-Pack levitating?
I think it's up to 20 feet. Let me just check. Yeah, it's up to 20 feet, but he's probably just lifting him off the ground enough that he can't reach the tree. So he's just sort of holding him suspended, because obviously I'm aware there's a tree there, so sort of holding him sort of bobbing up and down away from the tree.
Okay, but out of melee range of the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's hard because we can't see on a 3-dimension.
Yeah.
So he's aware that he doesn't want him to go near the tree, so he
Yeah.
can push himself around or
Gotcha.
push himself back to the ground,
Okay.
but enough that Leggit's safe.
I'd like to imagine that is similar to the frogs in Mandalorian when Grogu's levitating them.
Yes, almost bobbing a little bit because
Yeah.
because it's not he's not holding him. He's using wind to push him up.
Yeah.
His probably wings are a bit flared as it's
Yeah.
catching, and he's just sort of bobbing as the wind dies and increases in pressure.
Wicked. Okay. So that takes us to Leggit's turn. You've got this Capac Draconian floating, and a second Bars Draconian that still looks like he's heading towards Nordan.
I'm going to approach the Bars Draconian, I think, since it's how long's the levitate last for?
Ages.
Cool.
10
I'll leave
minutes.
him then.
Effectively forever.
10 minutes. 600 rounds. No.
10
Yeah.
minutes.
No.
No, it's
60 rounds.
60 rounds. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, 60 rounds. So we can literally sit here all day and chip away at him.
He's going to, I guess, against the Bars Draconian to try and finish him off.
Sure.
14.
Is exactly what you need to hit a Bars Draconian.
Lovely. It's 4 plus get me sneak.
Oh, lucky sneak attack, yeah, because he was on 5 hit points.
12.
Okay, how do you want to kill him with your dagger?
He's just going to run, and when he's running towards him, he's not going to stop, and he's just going to basically run with his whole force into the Bars Draconian's chest with his dagger.
That'd sting.
And knock him over.
Nice.
It'd be rough.
That's 3 lots of
Land on his
Constitution
chest.
saving throws, please.
Constitution saving throw.
Can we do 2 in a row?
Oh, boys.
I have. Awesome.
Oh, Tom.
Do you know, there's another thing I nearly took with Resilient to get proficiency on con saves.
It's not a bad shout, though.
Not considering how many we have to make. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, anything else for Leggit then? You've a little bit of movement, you've had 1 attack, so you've got plenty left.
If I can do it in combat, can I roll perception to see if there's any other forces around that's waiting to jump out, any other K-packs
Yeah,
or anything like that?
absolutely. Because I was rolling stealth to beat your passive perception. Similarly, when you stealth, you're beating the monster's passive perception. So the K-Pack rolled well for his stealth. He beat yours, but just in case, so you can roll perception. And the thing about 22, yeah, you're pretty sure that this is it. This is all that's about. So that's the end of your turn, pretty much, isn't it? So Arthas.
Right. He's probably going to try and attack Leggit. There's no one near me that can make an opportunity attack. Nordan. So I'm going to go get in the way. So he'd have to go through me to get Nordan.
Okay.
And throw a hand axe at the cape, at the levitating lad.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Roll to hit. No.
Kel, you're restrained.
Is anyone really ill? Hit points wise, does anyone take loads of damage?
Yeah, I did.
In that case, I am going to cast as my bonus action. Spells. That's why it's not on my actions. I'm going to cast. What the fuck's it called? Healing Word on Leggit, which means he can make a weapon attack against a target of my choice, but that'd be your choice. I don't mind.
There's only one target.
Well, there you go. So that's going to be, how much is it? It's 1d4 plus 2. So it's 4. Better than now. But
4 hit points, and you can make an attack if you want, Andy.
Well, that's off. Thanks very much.
Is it melee attack or weapon attack?
It's just a weapon attack.
Okay, so you can't cast a spell.
I can can't cast a spell, but I can use my.
You can throw your dagger
Sling,
or your slingshot.
dagger,
Yeah.
Yeah, so slingshot attack against a man in the sky.
Yep.
We get advantage because he's levitating.
I don't think so. No.
No worries. Pretty sure that hits anyway.
23 hits, yeah.
Or 7 points of damage.
7's nice.
And that will be my turn.
Okay, so
Somebody
we're on.
else did a lot more than me in my own turn.
Well done, Mark. So Kel, you're restrained, so you can't move.
Is this a disease or poison?
Neither.
Okay, cool. It's alright, just because if it was a poison, I can use 5 HP of me laying hands pool to negate it. That's all.
Okay,
So
no, I'm afraid not, mate.
It was worth asking, I think. But
Yeah.
I didn't think it was, but
Yeah.
never hurts to ask.
No, absolutely not.
In which case, he's going to turn to the Draconian Capac and he's going to cast Sleep on it.
Fair enough.
Save your spell slot, dude.
Sorry?
Save your spell slot.
You've got a hand axe or something, you can just fire at it.
Let the
Well,
man have his own
Cal's
turn.
thinking trying to take this thing alive.
Not my turn. Sorry.
We've not questioned Draconian yet. We could take it back to Kalaman and question it, and then people don't think we're crazy because we bring in a Draconian back, so we're not back to what we've been talking about.
Yeah, I think that sounds. If you put it to sleep, we can lower it to earth, tie it the fuck up,
yeah,
and take it back with us. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
roll it.
up with that if anyone else is up for it.
These lads are pretty hardy. Let's see how well you do.
It's all on your HP roll, isn't it?
I've kicked class, but it hasn't rolled the dice. 5d8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 26 hit points.
Not enough. Not enough.
All right.
So it sees what you're doing, and it starts slapping itself around the face. So you know these things are used to spells. You know it knows what you're casting, and it's found a way to counteract it, which takes it to its turn. Right now, I'm gonna give it a roll. I'm gonna give it an intelligence roll. This thing, you've seen them do it. You've seen when they attacked Vogler, they launched off a cliff and they can glide. They can't fly. You've not seen a Draconian fly, but they can glide. But they have these massive wings, and if he's levitating, I'm going to give him an intelligence. In fact, I'll let you roll it, Sam. If you roll a d20 for me, and what I'm asking you to do is roll as low as possible. If you get higher than, what's his modifier? If you get 10 or less, it's not going to occur to him that it can use its wings to propel itself through the air this turn. Because it was a good use, it's a good use of a spell, so I don't want to automatically say no, it's going to sort of flap its way. Wicked. Doesn't occur to him. So what he's going to do, he's going to take these 2 daggers. 1, 2, he's going to throw towards Nordan. Again, he knows the ability that's on him has come from Nordan. Range 20 to 60. So let me just see how far away you are. You're 25 and it's through leaves, so I'm going to give him disadvantage on both daggers to hit you. First one is 18.
That's going to hit.
Yeah.
I can't make him roll again, can I? Because he's already got disadvantage. Is that right?
Roll again is totally different to disadvantage, though, Mark.
Yeah,
What does
but
it
I
say?
think it does say give the roll with disadvantage. Hang on, let's have a look. I'm pretty sure it does. Let's just see features and traits.
I was going to say, because surely if it's a reaction.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Let's see what it's saying. Protection. Whilst wielding a shield, a creature you can see attacks a target other than you within 5 feet. Yeah, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Yeah. So 18 hits, and that was a particularly good roll, especially from the poison maximum damage. It's a total of 18 damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the first one. The second one, at disadvantage, K-Packs are nasty, is a 7. So
Okay.
you've only got one Constitution saving throw.
And what's the DC?
It's 10, because it's half of 18's less than 10. So.
9, yeah. No.
Oh no!
It was a big hit though. I mean,
Well,
he's
he was
low.
going to fall to the ground. No, well,
It's really hurt him.
Yeah, he's going to glide to the ground. His wings spread, and he's. In fact, what I'm going to give him now. No. So he's on the deck, and he's going to bolt. Is what he would do. So he's had his action. So he's got, I believe, he's got a speed of 40 feet and a climb of 40 feet. So what he's going to do is he's going to use both to move 40 feet away, just so we can. This is where the map's going to get a little bit tight. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 40. So, yeah. So he's kind of off the map at the minute, but so we're going to use a little bit of theatre of the mind for this. He's dropped and he's off. He's darted, and as he's darting, you can see he's grabbing onto the trunks of the trees, and he's going up into the trees. You can still see him, and he's currently 40 feet away from this location. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that takes us to Nordan. He's very obscured, but you can just make him out. He can't make any effort to stealth himself. I'm going to just going to copy and paste his. Yeah, so that's not where he is, but I'll use that token as him for now.
Sorry, I'm just debating what I can and can't do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is there meta magic feeds? What's the range on it? That'll be fine. He's not happy. That hurt a lot. Nordan's quite a proud person. I don't think that's come across yet. So he's going to dash after him.
Okay.
Do his full 30 feet of movement.
Yep.
Well, call it 20 because he doesn't want to leave Arthas behind because Arthas was trying to protect him.
Yep.
And then I've got a 60-foot range on an ice knife.
Okay. I'm gonna. Yeah, go on.
What were you going to say, Dave? First.
Well, it's not going to be an easy shot. I'm going to add not disadvantage, but I'm going to add. He's in cover.
Oh.
So you're going to roll to hit.
I'm going to fire it off at a second level slot as well.
Okay.
So the explosion should do more damage.
Sure. So that doesn't hit. But
What is it? A 7?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to use my ability to make it a 17.
okay, that'll
To
hit
hit.
then.
My balance fate thing.
Yeah. Okay, just hits.
Just tick that off. Okay. So second level. I don't think it affects the damage it does. It's the exploding damage that it affects. Yes, it's 1d10. So that's max damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then 3d6 cold damage for the explosion.
Yeah, dex save though.
Yes.
Rolls a 14.
15. Nice. You are taking the Michael.
Is that 3 1s?
Yep.
3 1s on 3d6. You know, in real life, I don't roll that bad.
It's that
Have
real
you seen-
life, you'd never miss an attack. I've seen you roll.
That's true.
Have you ever watched Will Wheaton when he's on Critical Role?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awful.
Particularly bad. So that's. I mean, I think that's the stretch of what you can do, isn't it? In a minute.
Do I want to do anything else? Let's have a quick look. Oh, screw it. I'm going to spend a fucking sorcery point and throw a firebolt at him at the same time.
Yeah.
So he's
Okay.
pissed.
So
That hurt.
quicken
That hurt a
spell.
lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's going to quicken. So he's ran forward. As he's running forward, he's summoned his ice knife. He's thrown it. He's got the hit. He's happy with that. And he's like, "Screw you!" Boom! Here comes the firebolt from the left hand, and he's going to launch that at him as well.
Go for it.
That's a 21 to hit
21 hits. He's angry.
for 3 points of fire damage.
Okay. Next level, you do 2d10 with your firebolts,
Yeah,
and so does Andy as well.
I'm getting with the management. It's just, I think the adept, the red robe stuff, and the initiate, and the adept, it adds a lot more into it, and it's managing all those little quirks I'm struggling with.
Okay, so that takes us to Leggit. This K-Pac's now struggling a little bit. He's still looking healthily enough, and he's grappling through the trees with his wings spread. Very dexterous, very quick. He is currently about 30 feet away from you in cover, but you can see him. What does Leggit want to do?
He's going to bonus action steady aim, and he's going to cast Chromatic Orb.
Ooh.
Lightning damage.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm going to go for 15.
It's not enough, mate. Because of the cover
as well.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
15 is his AC, but because he's bounding away, I'm giving him +2, which is why Sam just hit. It's a shame, dude, because that would have been nice. That would have done some good damage. Unfortunately, that's your spell slot. Did you want to move?
He's off to the east, isn't he? He's not where he is at the minute. Yeah. So I'll just move back slightly.
Okay. Righto. Okay. Oh, you know what we didn't do at the end of Kelevendros' turn is we didn't have a Constitution saving throw, which we'll do now because you could potentially catch up with him, couldn't you? So we'll do that. Well, while you're doing that, Arthas.
Right. I am going to use my channel. I've never used this. Where is it? Last features. It is orders demand. I can do once per. Is it short rest or long rest? Short rest. As an action, I can present my holy symbol, and each creature of my choice that can see or hear me must have succeed in a wisdom saving throw, be charmed by me until the end of my next turn, or until it takes any damage.
Isn't that specifically to drop their weapons, though?
No, it also says you can cause any of the charmed creatures to drop what they are holding when they fail the saving throw.
Okay. So saving throw Wisdom 12.
I don't know what my spell DC is. Where's that going to be? Spells, isn't it? It's 12. Bollocks.
Beats it. That's a shame, Mark.
Yeah, never mind. That was an action. Bonus action. I'm going to lobby healing word on Nordan, so he gets to make a weapon attack.
Okay. Go on then. Roll it now then.
Here's the hit points coming up. Oh, massive 4, but still.
4 more than nothing, mate.
Yeah. And you get to make a weapon attack.
Oh, it'd be a firebolt then, wouldn't it?
Weapon.
It's got to be a
100
weapon.
range.
You have to throw a dagger or use your bow.
Oh, can I use my bow?
Yep, it's a weapon.
Oh, okay.
You had it out anyway, didn't you? First round.
19 to hit.
19 hits.
Come on.
10 points of damage.
Chunk. Oh, it's not enough to take it down, but you clip his wings and stop it from progressing much further. So that's Arthas's turn.
That's my go, yeah. And I'm going to go and hoover the roof while it's my going.
Yeah. So Cal, this is
Con save.
Yeah, this is from
Yeah,
last
okay.
round con save.
Yeah.
So you need to pass this, otherwise you turn to stone.
Nope, that's a 2 for 4. Sorry, lads.
Okay. Which takes us to the Capac Draconian, and because he can use dash and he's got 80 feet of movement per turn, he's
How far away does that put him from me?
in cover quite far. It puts
Because
him.
I've got 100 feet of range on my longbow.
You have.
He was only 60 out though, wasn't he? So it'd be what, 140 minimum?
Yeah, especially from Nordan. Yeah, he's going to be a
Well-
long way out and in thick forest.
Still kind of want to take the shot.
Roll it, mate. It's kind of it'll be
Disadvantage.
no. It's a normal roll, but I'm giving him +5 to his AC.
Okay.
And it's actually, is it disadvantage because it's far away?
But he's got 150 feet worth of range on it before he goes to the next range increment.
Oh, go on
I
then.
believe.
Right, but you've got to get 20 or more to hit him.
Okay. Oh, you bitch. So what you guys didn't see, and I did see on my screen, is it was sat on the 16, and then he just went above onto the 3. It was like my laptop was going. No.
So I don't think there's anything you can do. I think it's just gone.
That was just a rage. I
yeah.
will kill this bastard now
Yeah.
because it hurt. He nearly took Nordan down.
Okay, so we need to give this particular Capac Draconian a name so we could potentially return.
Carl.
Carl the Capac.
Carl the Capac.
Or Kevin. That's a good K-Pack name.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Go with Kevin.
Kev Rage. Right. So, as what damage did you do to him?
I nearly killed him.
Bow.
Yeah. Was it? Did you take 2 with a bow? So he through his. It would have been his left wing. There's going to be a distinct arrow mark to let you know that Carl's about. If you see that.
Kev, we're going with Kev. Kev the Capac.
Kev the Capac.
Yeah, because he did 10 points of damage with the longbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was a bars, it'd have to be called Barry.
Baz the bars.
Yeah.
Baz the bars.
Does Kev the Capac have like an orange cloth on him?
Sure.
I'm thinking about Space Engineers now.
Okay, yeah. Just cottoned on.
Yeah.
I'll explain when we're off stream if you want, Dave.
We do it now if you like, mate.
So Space Engineers is a game both me and Tom play on
Yeah.
Steam. It's the one that I build the ships in.
Yeah.
And there's a YouTuber that I follow, watch a lot of his videos. He's really, really good at explaining the mechanics behind the game.
Yeah.
And he's called Splitsy. Well, when he does series, so he sets himself challenges and like tries to survive. So they're quite interesting if you're interested in the game. Is mucker that comes in. His username is Capac, CAPAC, and he always wears an orange jumpsuit.
And is usually the cause of any problems or destruction.
Oh,
Anything
yes.
that goes kaboom, anything that blows up, you just hear Capac.
There you go. So yeah, Kev the Capac has got an orange jumpsuit apparently. So you're pretty sure there's no one else about. Leggit's had a scout around. This scout,
How's the scout? Is he? I was going to say, is he okay?
barely conscious. He's struggling. His mate's dead.
But he is conscious.
Yes.
In that case, I will do me. I don't want to waste a spell slot. I don't know what else we've got to do. So I want to using my features and traits again. Use the rallying cry. Give him a D8 plus 2 temporary hit points.
Yeah,
So he should feel a bit better.
Sound, yeah. So as you bring him round, he'll sort of say, "Oh, I can't thank you enough. They killed Jeff." How did you know? And I was next. They were trying to. I was holding out for as much as possible. I didn't give them any information. But what we managed to discover, and we need to get back to Kalaman as soon as possible, is to tell them that they're dividing their forces, half between Estwild and half between Hinterlands. So if I just give you the put that into a little bit of perspective for you. So here's your map.
That's how he gets 5 temporary hit points, just in case it matters.
Sweet. Hinterland is this bit to the north. Estland is this bit. So Vogler was kind of on the border. Kalaman is in Estland. And you say they're dividing their forces. There's so many of them. And just the division of forces, there's enough to take Kalaman, but they're not moving yet. We need to get back to Kalaman and tell Marshal Vendry and Governor Miat. I have to remember the names then. But no, we need to go with all haste.
Right. I'm down with doing that. If we contact them? Did we say we had somewhere remotely contacting?
We're out of range.
We're out of range.
We're at 20 miles, so we'd have to contact them after a couple of miles once we're in range.
Yeah. So we'll have to ride for a bit. If one of us takes Jeff on the Popo as well. Oh no, Jeff's the dead one. If we take
what's his name, Dave?
What's his name, Mark?
Scout's name.
Bob.
No, it's got like Simon the Scout or something.
Robert.
Yeah.
In fact, no. He's from a little bit down south. His name's Robert.
Oh. Oui, monsieur.
Sacre bleu, Midoc.
That's allegedly who's going to say Rabute? That's what it officially says. You pronounce it. No one says that. Sorry, no one calls him Rabute. For fuck's sake. Sorry, just a little rant there.
No, you're quite. You get Robert back up, and you manage to get back to sort of close to civilization when you're almost within range of the far gap. When in the distance, it would probably be someone spots a force of creatures moving in the distance. This is to the north of the Vingard River, just to the where were you? Just to the north of Vogler.
Are they heading towards Kalaman?
They're heading east. Yeah, And from what you can see, there's perhaps 20, maybe 30 of them in the far, far distance.
Right, we need
Can
to
we
get in
discern
range as
anything
soon as
by the way
possible.
they're moving or anything?
Well, let's have a perception check for that then, Sam.
Ugh, I'm rolling a lot of sixes tonight.
Yeah, so from this distance, it's difficult to say. What I can tell you is that they don't seem to be wearing Kalaman colours, but they also don't seem to be wearing the colours of the Dragon Army.
Do we know what race they are? Did you say that? I
We've
just
still
completely
got
missed it.
the spyglass that we requisitioned. Could we
Have we got a
possibly-
spyglass?
We requisitioned it, and
You
then like, we're gonna have
requisitioned
to
it.
give this back. It's 1,000 gold pieces. So we're gonna have to give it back. I don't think we can keep it.
Yeah.
So with
Well, whoever's holding that, check them out. See what
Yeah.
what
Well,
race
I've only
they're
got a
dealing
plus
with.
3
Are
to
they humans?
perception, so someone else have a stab.
to be honest, you've got a spyglass. What am I going to do? What you can see as you sort of manage to, in fact, I mean, it's not going to be perfect, is it? But then again, there's magic, so no, it is. It's going to be. Yeah. I'm just thinking about the glass itself, but you can form it with magic, so it's going to be quite clear. What you can see is a ragtag group of refugees. They look bloodied and beat up. But as the spyglass pans round, you can see, you recognise some of them. You've seen them before, and as you pan a little bit further, in the lead, there's a female dwarf. Seems to be leading them, and it's Cudgel.
Ah.
Good old Cudgel.
What do you want to do?
They're too far
So-
away to shout at them. So would we be able to catch them up if we give it legs?
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah.
Are we as well for one of us to double up? Two of us to double up together and send the scout on back to Kalaman, just in case something happens, because that information needs to get back to Kalaman.
Yeah, that's a
But
good
maybe-
idea.
So
It
maybe
would make sense for me and Leggit,
Yeah,
because we're non-armoured.
and send the scout on to Kalaman with all haste.
Do a Gimli and Legolas. You can sit in front of me like a child.
So the Robert is well up for this. He's no, I need to get back. Are you sure the road's clear? And you've taken this road, so you're pretty sure it's clear.
It was clear when we came.
Robert goes off, and you start heading towards Cudgel. As you perceive that you become visible to Cudgel, or Cudgel's band becomes aware of you, you straight away they go into a tight formation, and then they see who it is, and Cudgel just breaks rank and starts running towards you, and there's cheers as the ironclad regiment are all like, "Hey, yes, we're safe, they're here." Kalaman to the rescue, and Cudgel will approach, and she'll say, it's so good to see you, lads. I'm so glad you made it out of Vogler alive.
We thought we'd never see you again.
Indeed. Tell me, how fares Becklin?
Becklin fares fine. Becklin fares just fine.
No,
He's safe in the
no.
city.
No, you've got the wrong person there,
You've got the wrong
Mark.
person there, mate.
Oh yeah, I've got the squire. I'm thinking of the squire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Becklin. Oh yeah. Oh.
Oh shit.
So Nordan, whilst supporting his injured shoulder or wherever he got stabbed, will say, "I'm sorry, Cudgel. You and your men, you put up one hell of a fight, and we emptied the entire town of Vodgler. But they got Becklin. But she went down in one of the most honourable ways that I vowed to gain vengeance for her."
So straight away you could see she sort of mists up slightly, and then her jaw clenches, and she'll say, "That's well. I think that this is something we'd need to discuss at length later on. But I need to get I can't get the accent. I need to get my lads to safety."
Shall we go and announce them in the? You go back to Kalaman and say these guys are coming and they're cool, because otherwise they might think they're being attacked.
Well, she will go on to say. So what have you boys been doing since then? So you fill her in on the and she'll say, well, there's a clear choice for us, and she turns around to the rest of them and she'll say, so you know what we're doing then, lads, after a little bit of. She's gone Irish. I'm gutted. I knew. So after a little bit of rest and recuperation, we'll join the fight. We will make these fuckers pay.
Kudrel, we have been
just before.
Yeah,
Kudrel, we have been making them pay.
We've it's good to hear. We've tried. We've had to dodge. We've had to hide, and we've had to run, but we will make them pay.
Oh, in fact, one of her companies with the refugees at Kalaman. What's his name? The scout dude.
JF.
So we'd also tell her that JF is with the refugees at Kalaman.
She'll say, JF, that backstabbing son of a bitch. He's one of them.
Oh, shit.
Get him!
Right, we need to get back to
that track, so I'm not sure I ever truly brought.
I don't think we did,
me, but it doesn't actually make a lot of sense that Dragonlance was turned and he wasn't, because they were together.
She'll say, I sent Becklin. She was going to go with Becklin, and the last we saw is he was handing Becklin over to the Dragon Army forces, and he just walked away. I could only assume that he was with them. He's gone Irish again.
We need to find out. I think him, and they can tell us what's going on.
I think at that, Nordan, probably uncharacteristically, because I don't think I played it very much at the time, but I want to feel like he was affected by Becklin's death and the way that she died, and she kept a strong jaw and showed no fear. I think at that he'd probably say, "You leave him to me," and you guys would probably be like, "Oh, okay." Yeah. That's uncharacteristic of him, and it is a bit like when he was chasing the Kevin. It's like, I will deal with him.
Okay, so let's. I mean, it's 10 o'clock now. So what I want to do is sort of move towards wrapping up. So we've got half an hour left to sort of muck about with. So the journey back to Kalaman's uneventful. You announce the return of Cudgel and some of the Ironclad Regiment. These are practiced and proven mercenaries welcomed into the bosom of Kalaman. Introduced to Vendry and Mayat. You are all given 100 gold pieces each as a bonus to rescuing the scout and returning with the information that you've provided. And
we're rich boys.
Yes.
Darrett will tell you that he does have a mission for you coming up soon. He will tell you that an outpost, the Wheel Watch outpost, which it's on the border of Estwilds, so it's the furthest outreaching outpost from Kalaman, has been taken by Dragon Army forces. Raven, or you would know as Mayor Raven, she insists on being called Raven, and the militia from Vogler have been tasked with taking it back. But Darrett has interceded on their behalf, and he wants you to be their commanding force to discuss this with them. They have, because obviously it's only just been routed and left, they have a map, they have plans for it. But this is an elevated fort, the approach of which you will be seen. So that Darrett will say to you, when you've got time, possibly tomorrow, possibly in a couple of days after you've rested, we can discuss this with Raven, formulate a plan, and send you in.
Oh, good job we brought some armour, some swords and some bows back with us, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not much, but It's
And
more than nothing.
And in the meantime, before next session, level 5. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Oh, I decided what I was going to do.
You decided if you were to take 3rd level in cleric, you'd get spiritual weapon.
That was it. That was what I decided, because that's almost like an extra attack.
Yeah, which also means your sacred flame does 2d8 now as well.
Yeah.
So
Are you happy for us to long rest as well, Dave?
Definitely long rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we can do, we've got as long as you want now. So let me cut. I'll cut. I'll tell you what. Let's roll the hit points. So I'm going to do it in my Discord order. Mark, it's cleric for you is d8, isn't it?
Yep.
So I roll a 6.
I rolled 8.
You take 8. Tom?
D10.
I roll a 9.
I roll a 7.
9 it
There you
is.
go.
Take 9.
Andy, I'm assuming sorcerer?
I was going to take another one in rogue, mate, but I don't know what to do.
It's up to you. So level 4 rogue would open up a feat for you. But level 2 sorcerer would open up meta magic, so you could start doing this fancy shit like quick spell or quicken spell or twin cast.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that then.
So yours is a d6 and I roll a 4.
I rolled 2.
Okay, so take 4, and then for Sam, sorcerer. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's it's always going to be a sorcerer.
Okay, I've only rolled a 2 for you, mate.
3.
I got a 4.
4 it is. Right, so let me turn this lad off, and we'll pick it up next time.